All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to yet another exciting Detroit Pistons NBA basketball game. They're going to be taking on the New York Knicks. Pistons coming off a tough loss against the Washington Wizards last night. Credit to Washington, though. They came out. They were ready to play. Pistons have a back-to-back doubleheader. We got Jalen Brunson and company coming to Little Caesars Arena to take on the Pistons tonight, man. Appreciate you guys all tuning in to the show. If this is your first time here, hit the follow button, like, and subscribe if you guys are new. Tip-off is moments away. Tobias Harris is back in the starting lineup tonight for the Detroit Pistons. Tip-off is underway here. It is controlled by Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons, and we are ready to rock and roll. Cade with the basketball at the top of the key, guarded by Mikal Bridges. Beef Stew sets the screen, finds him inside here for the slam. Beef Stew getting it done for the first basket of the game here. Pistons take a 2-0 lead. Josh Hart has it for the New York Knicks at the top of the key. One-on-one against Duncan Robinson. Mitchell Robinson sets the screen at the top of the key. Beef Stew looking to fight off Mitchell Robinson. Outside here to Mikal Bridges. He tries a three and he buries it. 3-2 basketball game. Knicks up by one. What's going on, BD? How you doing, buddy? Good to see ya. Cade has at the top of the key, working against Mikal Bridges at the top of the key. Switches back off to Jalen Brunson. Finds Duncan Robinson. Back outside to Cade. Cade with the basketball on the right wing. Fighting off Mitchell Robinson. Drives inside of the paint. Stolen away by the Knicks. Here come the Knicks. Jalen Brunson at the top of the key. Finds Mikal Bridges. Spot up for three is good. Back-to-back threes for Mikal Bridges to start this basketball game. Knicks take a 4-point lead. Cade has at the top of the key, working against Mikal Bridges, switches back off to Josh Hart, finds Tobias Harris one-on-one against Mikal Bridges. Tobias trying to back down Mikal. Turnaround jump shot for Tobias is off the mark, no good. Boarded by Josh Hart. Jalen Brunson up the top of the court here, working against Tobias Harris on the left wing. He pulls up from three. Shot is off the mark, no good. Boarded by Asar Thompson. What's going on, Super Morty? How you doing, buddy? Asar Thompson looking to run the floor here. Finds Tobias underneath here. Shot is off the mark. They're going to call a charging foul against Tobias Harris. He really got Jalen Brunson on the left block, clocked him across the face. They're going to see a potential possible flagrant foul here on Tobias Harris. No word officially just yet here, but Tobias Harris is trying to establish position on the block. He kind of elbowed Brunson in the face here, and hopefully Brunson is all right. Knicks take a 4-point lead. What's going on, Neil? What's going on, BD? Yeah, no Jalen Duren tonight and no Karl Anthony Towns for the New York Knicks. So both big men are out, and we're going to see what we got going on here. So they're going to take a look at this to make sure it's just a common foul. Referees are going to get together here. It looked like Tobias Harris was trying to back down Jalen Brunson on the left block here. Brunson took the charge, and it looks like he got a little bit of his shoulder into Brunson's chin. That's very close if they're going to call it a flagrant foul or not. We're still waiting to see on the official wording there. So 10:18 left to play in the first quarter. Appreciate you stopping in, Neil, Super Morty. If you guys are new to the stream, guys, like and subscribe. Yeah, I got my Detroit Pistons retro Cade Cunningham jersey on tonight, so we're going to have some fun with that, man. 10:18 left to play in the first quarter. Do you think Huerter will make some noise? Hopefully tonight. I mean, he got very little minutes in his first game as a Piston last night, so we should expect to see some more minutes out of Kevin Huerter tonight coming off the bench. We'll see how J.D. Bickerstaff introduces him into the lineup. Jalen Brunson at the top of the key finds Mitchell Robinson trying to back down Beef Stew. Upside to Mikal Bridges. Bridges with the basketball on the left wing trying to fight off Cade Cunningham. Back outside to Josh Hart working against Duncan Robinson. Hart drives inside of the paint here. Good defense from the Pistons, and Isaiah Stewart has to put up a shot. Shot is off the mark, no good. Boarded by Tobias Harris. Tobias looking to run up the floor here for the Pistons. Back upside here to Duncan Robinson. Outside to Cade Cunningham working against the Knicks on the right wing here. Cade back outside of Duncan. Thought about a three. Drives inside of the paint. Right-handed layup is off the mark, no good. Boarded by Josh Hart. Hart looking to run the floor here for the New York Knicks. Tries to find it inside here. It's going to be swiped away by Tobias Harris. Back outside to Mikal Bridges. Knicks have it, regain possession, outside to Brunson. Brunson drives, step back, fade away, jump shot is off the mark, no good, boarded by Ausar Thompson. Upside to Cade Cunningham here. Cade with the basketball, working against Josh Hart. Cade drives inside of the paint here. Left-handed layup is off the mark, no good. Can't get it to go. Boarded by Jalen Brunson. Brunson has it for the New York Knicks. Backside the other way here. Upside to Josh Hart, working against Cade Cunningham at the top of the key. 9 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Mikal Bridges gets it inside. Right-handed layup is off the mark, no good. Boarded by Isaiah Stewart. Tobias Harris has it for the Detroit Pistons. Upside to Ausar Thompson. Inside for the layup is off the mark, no good. But Beef Stew is there to put it back up and in. Pistons cut it back down to 2. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Welcome to the stream. If you guys are new to the show, like and subscribe. It's free. It helps out the stream. What's going on, guys? All right. Josh Hart has it for the New York Knicks, stolen away by Duncan Robinson. Duncan upside to Cade on the left wing here. Cade with the basketball inside of the paint. Right-handed floater is good. We got a tie basketball game, 6-6. 8:20 left to play in the first quarter here. Diawara, Robinson, Hart, Bridges, and Brunson on the floor for the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson has it inside here. It's going to be poked away from Ausar Thompson. Good defense. Tobias Harris gets it back the other way here. Drives inside the paint here. Finds Tobias on the left wing. Kicks it back out to Cade. Cade thought about a 3. Pump fakes. Drives inside of the paint. Left-handed layup is good. Cade Cunningham gives the Pistons the lead. 8-6 basketball game. 7:50 left to play in the first quarter. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Ausar Thompson is going to get called for a foul against Jalen Brunson. He actually lost his shoe on the play, so hopefully everybody's all right. They actually just gave Ausar Thompson his Defensive Player of the Month award, so it's cool to see both 2 Pistons back-to-back months, Eastern Conference Players of the Month for defensive players. That's freaking awesome. What's going on, Wesley? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in, wearing your Cade Slam Magazine cover t-shirt. Let's go. What's up, Hunter? How you doing? Everybody rules up, Dad. Everybody's fantastic. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Yeah, so no Jalen Duren tonight. He's still dealing with a knee injury. Nothing too concerned about, though. It looked like it was just potential knee soreness that he got banged up last night against the Washington Wizards. So Tobias Harris, though, is back, though, for the Pistons in the starting lineup. No Karl Anthony Towns for the New York Knicks, and I believe OG Anunoby is not playing for the Knicks as well here. So Knicks have to get creative with their starters here. Jalen Brunson gets it on the right wing here. Step back for Jalen Brunson is good. 8-8 basketball game. 7:30 left to play in the first quarter. What's going on, champion? Ausar Thompson has it on the left wing for the Pistons. Upside to Cade. Cade working against Mikal Bridges. Beef Stew sets the screen for Cade. Cade rolls off it. Drives to the basket. Cade with it inside to Ausar Thompson. Ausar has it. Back outside to Cade. Cade, bothered by Mikal Bridges, drives inside here. Step back fade away for Cade is off the mark, no good, boarded by Mitchell Robinson. Jalen Brunson has it for the New York Knicks, working against Ausar Thompson at the top of the key. Robinson sets the screen for Brunson. Brunson thought about a shot, kicks it back out to Mikal Bridges. Outside to Josh Hart, working against Isaiah Stewart. They're going to call an offensive foul, I believe, on Mikal Bridges. They're going to get him for a moving screen on Duncan Robinson. So it's going to be a turnover for the New York Knicks, and the Pistons are going to regain possession as the Pistons take their first timeout of the game as we approach the first commercial break of the game. Yeah, so no OG Anunoby, no Karl Anthony Towns for the New York Knicks, no Jalen Duren for the Pistons tonight, so we're going to have to rely on your second unit. We're going to see if Kevin Huerter gets some more minutes tonight here for the Pistons. What's going on, Kenny? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. So we did not call up Dennis Jenkins yet. He has to play, I think, his 50th game with the G League according to his contract. And I think we should get Dennis Jenkins back for the Charlotte Hornets game on Monday. Just kind of a weird structure, negotiating with his deal and his contract. But yeah, the Pistons, the last time they played the New York Knicks was a couple months ago, I want to say, and did pretty well against them. So it's hard to defeat an opponent twice in the NBA. So the Knicks remembered that last game. Again, this could potentially be the future Eastern Conference Finals matchup here. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Still a long way to go. But again, the Knicks, they're one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference, and so are the Pistons. And like I said, avoiding injuries is going to be huge for the Pistons down the stretch, and we're going to see what happens. So, yeah, Wesley, Jalen Duren's dealing with knee soreness tonight, so you're not going to see Jalen Duren. probably not until Monday, but it is good to see that we get Tobias Harris back in the starting lineup. You saw last night the spacing it created when he was not on the floor. It was almost non-existent when Tobias Harris is not on the floor for the Pistons. It just opens up so many different opportunities for Cade. Duncan Robinson, Asar Thompson can drive to the paint. But when you don't have a legit stretch four in Tobias Harris, it kind of closes in on the defense pretty quickly. So it's good to see Tobias back out there. Yeah, I'm still waiting to see Kevin Huerter get his first Pistons tonight, or his first points as a Piston tonight. You could very well see that by the end of the first half. So we shall see what happens here. But a really tight competitive basketball game, 8-8. Pistons tied with the New York Knicks as we hit the first commercial break. You got basically Mikal Bridges running the show. He's got 6 points for the New York Knicks. And Isaiah Stewart and Cade have 4 apiece for the Pistons with about 7 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Like and subscribe if you guys are new to the stream. But yeah, I didn't really expect the Pistons to lose by, 15 points last night to the Washington Wizards, or at least we tried to come back and make it a close game. But Wizards were up like 20 points at one point last night against the Pistons. So we shall see. Yeah, they interviewed him last night in the locker room after the game. So it was cool that if there's a tweet that he put out on his Twitter account, and he was a big fan of like the '04 Detroit Pistons. Grew up watching them, so it's cool to see. So again, I know a lot of people are upset about the Jaden Ivey trade, and it is what it is. Like I said, we're gonna rock with Kevin Huerter now. He's our new teammate on this team, and we wish Jaden Ivey the best. But a lot of controversy, and like I said, I've been a Pistons fan for almost 20 years now, and I think that's probably the biggest divided trade. Yes, no, this was the wrong move amongst this fan base in the last couple decades. So we'll see how it pans out for Mr. Kevin Huerter. Pistons basketball back the other way here off of the commercial break. Asar Thompson working against Diawara at the top of the key here. Looking to find the open man outside to Isaiah Stewart. Back outside to Cade. Fighting off of Mikal Bridges. Duncan Robinson sets the screen for Cade. Rolls off it. Duncan pulls up from 3 from the right wing. Off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Josh Hart. Hart has it for the New York Knicks. Working against Asar Thompson on the left wing here. Josh Hart back outside here to Diawara. He tries a 3 and he hits it. Tough shot for Diawara. 11-8 basketball game. Knicks take a 3-point lead. They're going to say it's a long 2 now. My mistake. It looked like it was a 3. They're going to say his foot was on the line, though. Cade has it for the Pistons, working against Jalen Brunson. Cade has it at the top of the key, drives to his left. He's going to get called for a shooting foul against Jalen Brunson, and Cade's going to go back to the free throw line. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing? Jimmy's fantastic. Philippine superstar Jordan Clarkson. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson, haven't really heard his name a lot for the Knicks tonight, and again, I don't know if he's going to actually be playing or not. A lot of injuries on this New York Knicks basketball team right now. So it's going to come down to the bench for the both of these teams. Cade misses the first free throw. Cade has had his issues at the free throw line this season. So got to start making some free throws, Mr. Cade. We need you, buddy. Believe Diawara checks out of the game here, as well as Mitchell Robinson and Mikal Bridges. So you got Shamet coming onto the floor here for the Knicks. You also have McCullough Jr. coming onto the floor here for the New York Knicks. And Hook Porty also on the floor for the New York Knicks as well. 10-9 basketball game. Cade knocks down the second free throw. Josh Hart gets it across here to Jalen Brunson at the top of the key, bothered by Asar Thompson. Jalen Brunson inside here. Thought about a mid-range J. Back outside to Hart. Shamet now has it for the New York Knicks. They're going to call a foul against Cade on Shamet. It's going to stay here with the New York Knicks. New York Knicks 10, Pistons 9, 1-point basketball game. Very competitive game to start this game so far. 5:54 left to play here in the first quarter. Shamet's been a sharpshooter. If the Pistons top him, they will have a good time winning this game. Sounds good. Yeah, I've always been a big Landry Shamet fan. He gets it. Speak of Shamet, underneath here, reverse layup is good for Landry Shamet. 12-9 basketball game. Cade trying to fight off Shamet on the right wing here. Cade with the basketball. trying to get the open man here. Double team by the New York Knicks. Kicks it back outside of Duncan Robinson. Duncan finds Beef Stew underneath here. Loses the basketball, though. It's going to be picked up by the New York Knicks. Upside of Jalen Brunson. A turnover for Cade. Brunson on the full court here. Back outside to Shamet. He pulls up from three. Off the mark, no good. It's going to be boarded by Ron Holland, who checks into the game for the Pistons. Cade has it. Trying to find Isaiah Stewart underneath. Layup is good. Hard to defend Beef Stew in the post. It's a one-point basketball game. Josh Hart has it for the New York Knicks. Back outside of Jalen Brunson, working against Asar Thompson. Step back three for Jalen Brunson is off the mark, no good. Boarded by Duncan Robinson. Upside to Cade Cunningham. 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Cade with the basketball outside of Duncan. Thought about a three. Working against Shamet. Kicks it across here to Ron Holland. He tries a three from the left wing. Off the mark, no good. Boarded by Brunson. Brunson in transition for the New York Knicks. Back outside here to Josh Hart. Hart trying to find Robinson underneath here. Layup is no good. Good defense from Isaiah Stewart. Cade has it for the Pistons. Loses it. It's going to be a foul call, though, against the Knicks, against Josh Hart. It's going to stay here on the floor for the Pistons. What's going on, Mark? How you doing? 3-and-D Ron Holland. You know it. 12-11 basketball game. Pistons down by 1 against the Knicks. It should be a competitive basketball game through and through here all the way until the finish line. Beef Stew, by the way, is 3rd in the NBA in technical fouls this season. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we all know the type of player Isaiah Stewart is. He doesn't back down to no one. Cade spots up for three. Off the mark, no good. It's going to be a foul called, I believe, on Paul Reed, who checks into the game for the Pistons. Again, no Jalen Duren, so you're going to see some Paul Reed tonight for the Pistons. Looks like they're going to call a foul on Paul Reed. Paul Reed and Brunson were kind of going for the basketball on the out of bounds, and they're going to say it was a reach on Paul Reed here. So the Knicks right now have Hart, Brunson, Huck Porty, Shamet, and McCullough on the floor for the Knicks. Pistons have Pistons have Cade, Asar, Paul Reed, Ron Holland, and LeVert. Knicks basketball back the other way here. Jalen Brunson has it for New York. Outside here to Huck Porty. Back outside to Jalen Brunson. Outside to Josh Hart. He pulls up from three from the right wing. Off the mark, no good. Boarded by Cade Cunningham. 4 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Ron Holland has it for the Pistons. Outside here to Caris LeVert, who checks into the game. LeVert with the basketball, guarded by McCullough. Inside to LeVert, back inside to Paul Reed. Floater is no good, off the mark here. It's going to be boarded by Huck Porty. Upside here to Shamet. He pulls up from three, catch and shoot. It is off the mark, no good, boarded by Paul Reed. Ron Holland gets it for the Pistons. A low scoring first quarter so far in this game. Cade, he pulls up from three on the left wing. He buries it. Cade Cunningham gives the Pistons a 2-point lead. 3:25 left to play in the first quarter. Brunson has it on the left wing, working against Paul Reed. Jalen Brunson trying to set something up for the New York Knicks. Outside to Shamet, kicks it across here to Josh Hart. Hart drives inside the paint. Floater is good. Tie basketball game. 14-14. 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Cade has it for the Detroit Pistons, working against Shamet. Asar looking to set the screen for Cade. Cade waves it off here, drives to the paint, inside. Floater is good. Tough finish from Cade Cunningham. He was driving to his right, cross courts to his left, inside for the finish. Nice drive from Cade. 16-14 basketball game. Now they're going to call a foul on Cade, working against Shamet. So that's 2 quick early fouls on Cade Cunningham in the first quarter. And I believe the Pistons are going to take a timeout, or the Knicks are going to take a timeout, excuse me. So Knicks take their first timeout of the game here. Pistons 16, New York 14. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. It helps out the shows. Welcome, welcome to the party, folks. Again, Pistons coming off a tough loss last night to the Washington Wizards. Much improved New York Knicks opponent that we're facing off against here. So Pistons don't have an easy task. Again, no Jalen Duren tonight for the Pistons. So you're going to see more minutes out of Paul Reed and Beef Stew tonight. And Knicks are also banged up a bit. They don't have Karl Anthony Towns or OG Anunoby for the New York Knicks. Jose Alvarado was a move that the Knicks made at the deadline a couple days ago. I think that's a really good get for the New York Knicks. He can add you some defense, can knock down some threes. I think that was a solid move that the Knicks made at the deadline over the past couple days. So we get a commercial break. Pistons right now up by 2 with about 2:44 left to play in the first quarter. Cade's leading the show with 10 points. He's got 2 boards, 2 assists. Right now, Pistons only have 1 3-point shot made from Mr. Cade. They're 1 for 4. So, again, hopefully we can see some more action from Kevin Huerter tonight. He was 0 for 2 last night from the 3-point line. Didn't really play a whole lot of minutes. Ivy had like 13 points in his debut against the Bulls last night. So, good to see Ivy doing well. I'll always be a Jaden Ivey fan. But again, you look at the cap situation. You look at contract construction. You basically are going to have to pay Jalen Duren this offseason. You got to think about Asar Thompson next, probably Ron Holland. You maybe want to pay Tobias Harris an extension this offseason. So we shall see what happens here. Pistons 16, Knicks 14. But I know I had like a lot of my friends last night. They were judging the entire trade based off one game. It's like you got to at least give it a full month or so to fully evaluate. And I think Huerter's going to help us out come down the stretch towards the playoffs. Just didn't really work out for the floor spacing. I wish it worked out with Ivy and Cade, but just didn't really see it fit for Trajan Langdon in his direction of the front office. And we will be rocking with Mr. Kevin Huerter. Wizards, yeah, I mean, Wizards made a bunch of moves. They got AD, they got Trae Young, D'Angelo Russell. They gave up a couple first-round picks. But, yeah, they're going to look totally different next season on their roster. AD and Trae Young is an interesting duo for the Wizards. I like what the Lakers did. I think the Lakers got, like, Luke Kennard. That's a really good pickup for the Lakers. And again, James Harden is a Cavalier. A lot of different moves in the NBA over the past couple of days. Giannis stayed put, so you're probably going to see Giannis. I don't know if the Bucks are going to continue to play Giannis or they're going to sit him out the rest of the year because you can't really risk his stock any further, I would imagine. But it's crazy how, like, Mikal Bridges went for, like, I think he was, like, 4 first-round picks. If you're Giannis, you would have to imagine the next team trying to get that offer is going to probably match at least the same draft capital. So we're coming back from commercial break here. Pistons 16, Knicks 14. Jalen Brunson inside here. Shot is off the mark, no good. It is boarded by Paul Reed. Upside here to Tobias Harris. Tobias on the right wing. Finds Ron Holland. Kicks it back outside to Karis LeVert. LeVert inside to Tobias Harris. Tobias, turnaround jump shot is off the mark, no good. He does get fouled, though, by Mr. Jordan Clarkson. So Clarkson does check into the game here. I wasn't sure if he was playing or not. He wasn't listed on the injury report, so Clarkson's another guy that can knock down threes for the Knicks. He does foul Mr. Tobias Harris, so Tobias is going to go to the free throw line. Wish the Pistons game was at Madison Square Garden. Yeah, it's Madison Square Garden's electric. Tobias knocks down the first free throw. 17-14 basketball game. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. It helps out the shows. It's free. My camera's doing something really weird tonight. I don't know what's going on exactly with it, but kind of interesting. 2:21 left to play in the first quarter. Pistons up by 3. Tobias Harris at the free throw line. Made the first free throw. Second free throw on the way is up and in. Pistons take a 4-point lead. Mikal Bridges to full court. Working against Ron Holland. Switches off to Tobias Harris. Mikal at the top of the three-point line here, trying to set up the offense for the Knicks. Trying to get it to Jalen Brunson on the right wing here. Brunson has it. Catch and shoot from the corner for Brunson. It's off the mark, no good. Boarded by the Knicks outside to Shamet. He pulls up from 3. In and out, no good. Gets his own rebound, though. Outside to Mikal Bridges. He pulls up from 3. That's no good. Another offensive rebound for the Knicks. Shamet gets it. Back outside to Mikal Bridges. Inside here. Shot is no good. It's going to be last touched by, who's it going to call it on? No word just yet for the official. They're going to say it's eventually Pistons basketball. 3 offensive rebounds that you just gave up to the Knicks. Where's the boxing out? Karis LeVert on the left wing here working against Jalen Brunson. What's going on, Daniel? How you doing? Yeah, that is ridiculous. Dennis Jenkins is playing. Okay, good to see Dennis Jenkins playing. Inside here to Karis LeVert. LeVert pulls up from the mid-range J. It's inside and good. 20-14 basketball game. So they must have worked something out for Dennis Jenkins. He is playing on the floor for the Pistons. So good to see Jenkins back in for the Pistons. Jalen Brunson has it for the New York Knicks. Outside here to Mikal Bridges. Shamet was left wide open. Shot is off the mark, no good. He gets his own rebound, though. Mikal Bridges pulls up from 3. That shot is no good. Jenkins tries to save it, ends up with it. Jenkins running the full court here for the Pistons. Jenkins working against Clarkson. Left-handed layup is good. Tough finish. Count the bucket and the foul. The whole Pistons bench goes to pick him up off the ground here. What a finish from Dennis Jenkins. Love to see it, man. Love Dennis Jenkins' story. Basically emerged in this Detroit Pistons offense, again, with the injury of Jaden Ivey to start this season. And we needed a backup point guard to Cade. Sasser was also injured, and we called him up from the G League, and he's been phenomenal for the Pistons as a legit backup point guard, probably for the foreseeable future alongside Cade. Still got to figure out his contract situation because he was kind of on somewhat of a two-way deal from the G League, trying to get him into the rotation. You also had to make some players waive for the Pistons because they were like one over the roster. Not really sure what we're going to do with Dario Saric quite just yet. I would imagine he gets waived, though. So good to see Jenkins back on the floor for the Pistons. He misses the free throw. I believe they're going to call a lane violation, though, on the Knicks. 22-14 basketball game. Yeah, the Knicks, they went flying into the front row, and Huck Porty knocked over like a bunch of ice, so they had to pick up the ice off the floor. So he does get called for a lane violation, so Jenkins is going to reshoot this free throw for the Pistons. So another shot here to put the Pistons up by 9. Jenkins, free throw on the way, is up and in. Pistons 23, Knicks 14. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. They're at MSG for St. John's, UConn. That's awesome. That's a big game. Top 25 matchup. Brunson at the top of the key. Has it for the New York Knicks. Inside floater is off the mark, no good. Boarded by Ron Holland. Holland upside here to Karis LeVert. LeVert on the full court press. LeVert going coast to coast inside. Tries to find Paul Reed. Backdoor for the slam. Great find from Karis LeVert in transition. 25-14 basketball game. Pistons are rolling up 11 with 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter here. Jalen Brunson at the top of the key, fights off Ron Holland. 15 seconds left to go in the quarter. Inside to Mikal Bridges. Finds Jordan Clarkson. He pulls up from 3 and he buries it. Big time shot for Jordan Clarkson there. Cuts it back down to 8. 5 seconds on the game clock. Jenkins has the ball. At the top of the key here, 2 seconds. Jenkins at the buzzer for 3. He buries it. Dennis Jenkins, welcome back. 28-17. Beautiful game clock management, and he buries it right in front of the Knicks, and the Pistons take an 11-point lead heading into the second quarter. What a shot from Dennis Jenkins. Man, has he been terrific. Pistons end the quarter on a 14-3 run here. He's got the ice in his veins celebration. Love to see it, man. So we're going to the second quarter. Commercial break underway here. Good to see Jenkins back on the floor for the Pistons. Love to see it, man. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the chat, guys. Welcome to the party. What's going on? Garden, how you doing? Appreciate stopping in. See what my camera's doing. It's like chaotic tonight. Hey, that man. Yeah, Beatty, I think he should get a nice contract. And I think you're talking about a possible, I don't know. It's tough to say a legit price point for Dennis Jenkins. I think you're probably going to pay him like a 4-year, $60 million deal, like $15 million a year. I think that's about right for what Dennis Jenkins has produced for the Pistons. We'll see what happens this offseason, but Jenkins has made some big-time shots for the Pistons off the bench in this season so far. But it comes down to depth of the bench, who can knock down three-point shots. And Dennis Jenkins could be the guy for the Pistons in that second unit when the starters are off the floor. So, love to see it. Pistons now 2 for 5 from the three-point line. They're 40%. You got some scorers with Cade leading the show still with 10 points. Jenkins and Isaiah Stewart both have 6 points for the Pistons. Again, no Jalen Duren tonight for the Pistons. He's out with a knee injury. Duncan's still scoreless. Tobias has 2. Paul Reed's got 2. LeVert's got 2. Big time assist from LeVert. Clarkson, 3. Off the bench, Mikal Bridges has 6. We've held Jalen Brunson. He's 1 for 8 from the field tonight so far. 0 for 3 from 3. Anytime you can defend Jalen Brunson and hold him to only 2 points in the first quarter, that's pretty good news for the Pistons. So we shall see what happens down the stretch here to enter the second quarter. Like and subscribe if you guys are new, guys. Appreciate you guys all tuning in to the stream. Pistons have the Charlotte Hornets coming up next on Monday, and then they take on the Toronto Raptors. That will be the final game before the All-Star break for the Pistons next Wednesday, so I'll be breaking down that game on Wednesday. Yeah, definitely finished that quarter strong. And you saw it like last night, like no Jenkins, no Tobias Harris. Jalen Duren exited with a knee injury in the second half. So when you have a fully Pistons healthy team on the floor, it's hard to beat. Knicks also have some ballers. They've got, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Hart. Normally they would have Karl Anthony Towns, Noji Anunoby. They're both hurt for the Knicks tonight. But again, playoffs, different atmosphere, different environment. And I would not be surprised if both these teams face off again in the playoffs this postseason. Hornets have been on a tear, Kenny. Yeah, the Charlotte Hornets are a team that could legit, I'm not kidding, make the 8 seed in the playoffs. They're creeping up right now on the 10 seed right now in the Eastern Conference, but they have Knuppel has been an absolute weapon for the Hornets. He's having a terrific rookie season. Obviously, LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, they have a lot of shot makers on that team. Miles Bridges even. So we shall see what we got here. So we're coming back down the stretch here. Pistons up by 11 to start the second quarter. We get a commercial break, and we are good to go. Mikal Bridges at the top of the key here for the New York Knicks. Couple substitutions for the Knicks here. Right now, they've got Clarkson, Shamet, Tyler Kolek, Bridges, and Robinson on the floor for the Knicks. Inside to Robinson for the slam. Cuts it back down to a 9-point lead. Pistons basketball up the other way here. Paul Reed looking to run the floor for the Pistons. Upside here to Caris LeVert on the left wing here. Caris has it for the Pistons. Outside to Paul Reed. He thought about a 3. He's going to take the 3, and he's going to bury it. How about B-ball Paul Reed knocking down a 3 for the Pistons, up by 12 once again. Kolek with the basketball outside here to Shamet, bothered by Jenkins. Inside to a cutting Mikal Bridges. He puts it up and in. Tough finish from Mikal Bridges. Jenkins has it up the other way here, finds Ron Holland, cross-court pass to LeVert. He pulls up from 3, and LeVert buries it. The threes are falling and raining in the Motor City tonight. 34-21 Pistons. Knicks basketball, get it back the other way here. Kolek trying to find Mitchell Robinson. He puts it up and in for a layup. Back to an 11-point game. Ron Holland has it for the Pistons. Upside here to Dennis Jenkins, working against Kolek. Paul Reed sets the screen. Jenkins rolls up on it, stops on a dime. Gets it to Javonte Green, and he buries it from the corner. Pistons have made 3 straight threes to start this second quarter. Green's adding to the three-point party. 37-23, Pistons take a 14-point lead. Mikal Bridges goes to the hole. Right-handed turnaround jump shot is good. Tough shot for Mikal Bridges. 37-25. Ron Holland has it for the Pistons. Back the other way here. Looks like Paul Reed wasn't ready for it. Gets it back here. Holland tried to lob it up to Javonte Green. Bad pass from Ron Holland. So the Pistons turn it over, but the Knicks are going to get it back here. Paul Reed's been phenomenal, Garden. Yeah, in the very little minutes he plays this season for the Pistons, he has been so incredibly efficient for the Pistons this year, and he definitely deserves more minutes. So, yeah, he was trying to find Javonte Green on that lob, and looked like he was going to a fan in the first row there. Kolek has it for the Knicks, working against Ron Holland at the top of the key here. Robinson sets the screen for Kolek. Kolek rolls off it, goes inside, cross-court pass to the Knicks, intercepted by Asar Thompson. Caris LeVert finds Dennis Jenkins from the corner, wide open for 3, off the mark, no good. Pistons get the rebound. Jenkins again wide open for 3. He hits it. 40-25 basketball game. It is raining threes for the Pistons tonight. Pistons up by 15. Knicks kick it across to Clarkson. Mikal Bridges, he pulls up from 3 and he answers. 40-28 basketball game. LeVert on the left wing here for the Pistons. Pistons looking to add more fuel to the fire. Jenkins has it for the Pistons. Going to be poked away from the Knicks. Now they're going to call a reach and foul, I believe, on Mikal Bridges. How about the three-point shooting tonight for the Pistons, man? Love to see it. We're going to need this down the stretch. If you can get Javonte Green, Dennis Jenkins, we're praying Karis LeVert can start knocking down some shots. That is going to be so critical for the Pistons off the second unit off the bench. LeVert finds Paul Reed at the top of the key, working against Mitchell Robinson. Back to LeVert. LeVert drives to the hole, kicks it across here to Javonte Green. He puts up a three, and he buries it. The Pistons are on fire from the three-point line in the second quarter. They are about 70% from the three-point line in this game. Mikal Bridges back outside of Jordan Clarkson, loses it, stolen away by Paul Reed, upside to Karis LeVert. LeVert back outside of Jenkins. He pulls up, heat check for three, off the mark, no good, gets his own rebound, outside to Ron Holland. Holland finds Paul Reed, inside, left-handed layup is good. 45-28 basketball game. The Knicks have to take a timeout, and they are in shambles. What a performance so far in the second quarter from this Pistons second unit. Absolutely on fire from the three-point line. Pistons are 58% from the three-point line, 7 of 12. Absolutely love to see it. 45-28 basketball game. We're going to a commercial break. What's up, Colin? What's going on, Antoine? Huge production from the second unit. If you can have your second unit play as good as they've been tonight so far, the rest of the way, this is a bounce-back, get-right game from the Pistons. They got embarrassed last night by the Washington Wizards. They know who's coming to Detroit. New York Knicks, Pistons, it's kind of a historic rivalry. They don't like each other. And listen, Pistons have been giving the Knicks the business so far tonight. Good defense all around from this young Pistons team, especially off the bench from Javonte Green. Dennis Jenkins, again, man, I cannot say enough good things about Dennis Jenkins. He's been phenomenal as a backup point guard to Cade. And shout out to Trajan Langdon. You know, I thought it was going to be Schroeder moving forward. He made that move in the offseason, was good for us in the playoffs. And then you got this kid named Dennis Jenkins, develops in the G League, undrafted out of St. John's, works his way up into a bench spot. Pistons get injured heavily to start the season. And I think the second he made that corner three against the Wizards a couple months ago to go to overtime, that was like the emergence and the birth of Dennis Jenkins in the NBA. He's been phenomenal for the Pistons off the bench here. Yeah, it's great to see some threes. And again, this may be the best stretch the Pistons have had from the three-point line to start this season. And that's been kind of our kryptonite so far. I mean, we do have occasional three-point shooters that can knock down shots when their number's called. But again, if it's not Cade, if it's not Duncan, Tobias, you're going to really rely on Jenkins, Green. You know, I get hyped when 3-and-D Ron Holland makes a three, Beef Stew occasionally. So it just opens up the floor tremendously when you have three-point shooters, not only in your starting unit, but on the second unit as well for the Pistons. And come playoff time, you're going to have three-point shooters. Still a long way to go here. I would imagine Brunson's probably going to get back into the game here for the Knicks. But again, can't get too comfortable just yet. There's still a long way to go here for the Pistons. What's going on? Weeping, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. If you guys are new to the stream, guys, like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the show. Pistons 45, New York 28. 8:34 left to play in the first half. Pistons are 58% from the three-point line. That's pretty good. It was close to like 70% off that last miss, and then they missed it, but it's all good. Right now, leading the show, you got everybody contributing so far. Jenkins with 9, LeVert with 5, Green with 2 threes, Paul Reed 7 points, including a 3-point shot made. Cade's got 10 points. Especially when you have your second unit playing well, it just takes a ton of pressure off the starters. I mean, they still got to execute shots down the stretch, but when you have your bench thriving like this, the starters absolutely love it. It makes their job a little bit easier. So, Brunson's still on the bench here, coming back from commercial break here. Tyler Kolek at the top of the key here, working against Dennis Jenkins. Back outside of Jordan Clarkson, working against Ron Holland. Clarkson has it. Turnaround jump shot is blocked by Ron Holland. Now they're going to call a foul on Holland. Oh, man. It looked like he got all ball there. I don't know if they're going to challenge this or not. It looked like a clean block from Holland at the top of the key. JB's kind of watching the replay on the Jumbotron. Oh, I don't know. It looked like a clean. I don't know if Holland got that or not. Yeah, I don't know if that was a foul on Ron Holland. Good defense from Holland. They're going to call it a foul, though, so you got Clarkson going to the free throw line. Good. I think that was a good defensive play. What's up, MSU? 2-1. Let's go, dude. Clarkson knocks down the first free throw. 16-point basketball game. I know. It just goes to show, like, you know, any team on any given night can beat anybody in the NBA. And you saw it last night with the Wizards. I mean, they were shooting like 45% from the three-point line the whole game. Clarkson's second free throw on the way is up and in. 45-30 basketball game. That's a good defensive play from Ron Holland. I don't know if that was a foul or not. Karis LeVert at the top of the key here, working against the Knicks. LeVert has it on the left wing here. Stops on a dime, pulls up from three. Off the mark, no good. It's going to be boarded by the Knicks. Kolek has it for New York. Upside here to Josh Hart on the left wing. Working against Karis LeVert. Josh Hart has it inside here. Turnaround shot is off the mark, no good. Boarded by LeVert. LeVert in transition for the Pistons. Upside here, Javonte Green. Green has it. Layup is good. Good cut from Javonte Green underneath the basket. 47-30. Pistons take a 17-point lead. Josh Hart has it on the right wing here, upside to Jordan Clarkson, working against Ron Holland. Clarkson trying to fight off Ron Holland. Holland steals it away from Clarkson. What a play by Ron Holland. Jenkins, upside here, finds Javonte Green, inside to Paul Reed. Paul Reed in the paint, misses the shot underneath here. It's going to be, I believe, are they going to say it's Pistons basketball or Knicks basketball? I think it's going to stay underneath for the Pistons. What a play from Ron Holland. Man, that guy, give him a couple more years, dude. He's going to be such a big piece of this team, man. He already is a huge piece of this team off the bench. Still super young. I think he's like 21, 22 years old. And he's just only going to improve. But yeah, shout out to Trajan Langdon. That was his first draft pick when he was the GM of this team. 47-30 basketball game. Beef Stew and Ron Holland are just so great off the bench for this team. Cade with the basketball. Beef Stew sets the screen. Stars come back into the game for the Pistons. Cade has it, working against Shamet. Turnaround jump shot for Cade is off the mark, no good, boarded by Josh Hart. Hart has it, looking to drive in transition for the New York Knicks. Finds Brunson. Brunson pulls up on a dime for three, off the mark, no good, boarded by Cade Cunningham. Here come the Pistons. 7 minutes left to play in the first half. Cade has it. It's going to be a foul called away from the ball, I believe, on Shamet, working against Javonte Green. It's going to stay here on the floor. Pistons 47, Knicks 30. 6:58 left to play in the first half. Pistons take a 17-point lead. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. It's free. It helps out the shows. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Holland's a beast. I absolutely love Ron Holland on this team right now. Holland, upside here to Karis LeVert. LeVert finds Cade, working against Shamet on the right wing here. Cade looking to set up the offense. Now they're going to call a foul, I believe, on... Are they going to call that on Cade or Beef Stew? Maybe on a moving screen on Isaiah Stewart. So a turnover from the Pistons. A little bit too hard of a screen from Beef Stew right there. Yeah, he kind of got Shamet on his left knee. So 6:45 left to play in the first half. Knicks have it at the top of the key. Josh Hart working against Javonte Green. Finds Jalen Brunson. It's going to be poked away from Ron Holland. It's going to stay here with the New York Knicks. Another poke away from Ron Holland. 47-30 basketball game. Right, yeah, and I wish we would have paid Jalen Duren last year, Antoine, because he's going to be expensive this offseason, but hey, you know what? It's all good. It's a good problem to have when you have basically everybody playing well on this team, and you got to think about everybody's contract. All right, Mitchell Robinson gives it up here to the Knicks. Knicks pull up from three. Shot is way off the mark. It's going to be a shot clock violation. It's going to be Pistons basketball. Pistons 47, New York 30. Pistons have the second best net deficiency rating this season in the NBA. You're going to start to see Duncan Robinson check back in the game for the Pistons. Outside here to Isaiah Stewart. Stewart finds Cade Cunningham working against Shamet. Again, another moving screen violation on Isaiah Stewart. It's another back-to-back quick fouls on Isaiah Stewart. 47-30 basketball game. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. And again, the salary cap keeps going up every year in the NBA, so I It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I would expect probably Duran's going to get probably a $200 million deal this offseason. You're going to pay him that money. You got to think about Asar Thompson. Probably we'll see what happens with Tobias Harris. I think I think I would pay Tobias Harris. They're going to call a foul against Cade working against Shamit here. 6 minutes left to play in the first half. Pistons 47, Knicks 30. Tom Gores isn't Chris Illich and actually pays his guys, right? Yeah, credit to Gores, right? He went from his whole fan base saying, sell the team, sell the team. He had to eat that giant contract from Monty Williams. And he's done a terrific job the past couple seasons turning this team around. Credit to Trajan Langdon and JB Bickerstaff as well. Shamit pulls up from 3, blocked by Asar Thompson. What a block from Asar. He's not getting that 3 off that easy. There's 1 second left on the shot clock. Asar Thompson, January Eastern Conference Defensive Player of the Month. He actually just got his award tonight. You got a couple elite defenders on this team. Ron Holland, Asar Thompson, Beef Stew underneath. Knicks get it. They get a basket underneath here. Good shot from Diawara. Pistons up by 15. 5:33 left to play in the first half. Cade with the basketball. Beef Stew sets the screen. Cade rolls off it. Beef Stew trying to direct traffic. Finds Duncan Robinson. Duncan on the right wing here. Inside. Finds Isaiah Stewart. Good backdoor pass from Duncan Robinson. Finds Isaiah Stewart underneath. Pistons up by 17. 5:15 left to play in the first half. Brunson and the Knicks, they need a basket. Upside of Josh Hart. Hart drives inside of the paint here. Good defense from the Pistons. It was poked away from Josh Hart. It's going to stay here on the floor from the Knicks. Good defense from Duncan Robinson poking that basketball away. 49-32 basketball game. Pistons up by 17. 5:06 left to play in the first half. You got some of the starters back on the floor for the New York Knicks. Brunson looking to inbound the pass here on the baseline. Finds Diawara. Huck Porty checks into the game. Finds Shamit. Pulls up from 3. Bang. Knocks it in. 49-35 basketball game. Shamit trying to fire his guys up as we hit the 5-minute mark in the first half here. Pistons 49, Knicks 35. Pistons up by 14 here. Cade with the basketball working against Mikal Bridges on the left wing here. Finds Tobias Harris. Tobias trying to back down Shamit. They're going to call they're going to say a defensive 3-second violation on the Knicks there. Pistons 49, Knicks 35, 4:46 left to play in the first half. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Cade's going to shoot the free throw. It was a 3-second violation. So Cade knocks it down, 50-35 basketball game. 4:46 left to play in the first half. Knicks are on a 8-game winning streak, by the way, too. Tobias at the top of the key working against Mikal Bridges. Beef Stew sets the screen for Tobias. Tobias rolls off it. Tobias with the basketball. Mid-range jump shots off the mark, no good. Cade gets the rebound. Cade has it for the Pistons. Upside here, working against Shamit. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Cade, turnaround jump shot in the paint is off the mark. He does get fouled, though, and Cade's going to go right back to the free throw line. Pistons 50, Knicks 35. Brunson and Bridges don't agree with that foul. Credit to Brunson. There's an interview that was released, I think today or yesterday, and he gave the Pistons a lot of respect in his interview, so I know he isn't really loved that much by Pistons fans here, from that last playoff series, but, Brunson is a heck of a player, so Knicks are going to challenge this here, so Knicks are going to call a timeout. They don't believe it was a foul called against Cade. Let's see if the Knicks are right as we head into another commercial break. Pistons have the weekend off, then they have the Charlotte Hornets, the really good Charlotte Hornets team that's been on an absolute tear the last couple weeks. They take on the Hornets on the road, and then they got the Raptors on the road, I believe, next Wednesday, and then there's the All-Star break. So, big important stretch for the Pistons here. Pistons up by 15. Again, you got great second unit production tonight from the Pistons bench so far. Mikal Bridges leading the way. He's got 13 points for the New York Knicks. Kay's got 11 points. Stewart's got 8. Yeah, Jenkins with 9 in 7 minutes. Javonte Green with 8 points in 7 minutes. Paul Reed, 7 points in 9 minutes. So, looking good so far for this Pistons team. Can't count out the Knicks, though. Even though they don't have Karl Anthony Towns or OG Anunoby, never count those guys out. You got Boston, you got Detroit, you got New York. And then maybe a surprise team like, I think the Magic could make a run. If I'm the Pistons and I get either 1 or the 2 seed, Heat, Magic would be a tough matchup, especially against Eric Spoelstra in the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. You know, playoffs are a couple months away for the middle of April. And again, they got that whole play-in tournament. So, I mean, the Pistons, like, what do they got? Like a 4.5 game lead. If they were to win this game, they'd gain another game. They gain another game on the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference. Stars are going toe-to-toe, but the depth differences are depth. 100% Garden. What's up, Jesse? Kevin Huerter has not checked in for the Pistons yet. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, what JB Bickerstaff does. Maybe it's more of a chemistry team-building thing with Kevin Huerter to get more minutes, but he has not checked into the game for the Pistons tonight so far. 4:22 left to play in the first half here. Still in a commercial break. Looks like the Knicks end up winning the challenge, so they get their timeout back. And, yeah, Knicks win the challenge. So Cade was driving to the hole. I believe Mikal Bridges got called originally for a foul, but they take it back here, so it's going to be Pistons basketball. 50-35 basketball game. Pistons up by 15. Was it Shamet? It was Shamet. Shamet was working against Cade inside here. They did call a foul originally on Shamet, and they took an extra look at it, and it looks like, I mean, it kind of looks like he got his hand. I don't know. They do overturn the challenge, though, so Knicks get their timeout back. Pistons 50, New York 35, up by 15. The challenge was successful. We're back from commercial break. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Ready to rock and roll here. On the floor right now for the Knicks, you got Josh Hart, Bridges, Brunson, Huckporty, Shamet. Pistons have Harris, Duncan Robinson, Stewart, Cade, and Asar. So they got a jump ball here. Knicks win the jump ball. It's so stupid when, like, the ref screws up and then instead of just retaining possession, they have to jump ball it. It's just kind of ridiculous how that works. Mitchell Robinson working against Isaiah Stewart. Finds Jalen Brunson on the left wing here. Brunson stops on a dime. Mid-range jump shots off the mark. No good. Boarded by Asar Thompson. Asar looking to go in transition here for the Pistons. Cade sets the screen. Rolls off it. Asar Thompson trying to redirect the offense here down below. Finds Tobias Harris mismatch against Jalen Brunson. Tobias trying to back down Brunson. Knicks come to help him out here. Ball swings around here. Duncan Robinson. And he buries it from the three-point line from the right wing. Big-time shot from Duncan Robinson. 53-35 basketball game. Pistons go up by 18. Mikal Bridges finds Brunson. Brunson working against Isaiah Stewart. Inside underneath here too, Mitchell Robinson. Robinson is going to go to the free throw line. I'm sorry, that's Huckporty. My bad. Huckporty's going to go to the free throw line. Huckporty. So Huckporty's going to go to the free throw line. 53-35 basketball game. 3:29 left to play in the first half. Beefstew's going to check out of the game for the Pistons. I love hearing all the boos when Brunson checks on the floor and every time he touches the ball. I would love the New York Knicks in the playoffs. That would be such an awesome playoff series. 53-36 basketball game. Huckporty knocks down the first free throw. Pistons go up by 17. All right. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Welcome to the show. Huckporty at the free throw line. Knocks down both free throws. 53-37 basketball game. Jenkins has at the top of the key, working against Shamet, drives all the way to the paint, puts up a shot off the mark, no good, boarded by the Knicks. It's going to be a kickball violation from the Pistons back the other way. It's going to stay here with New York. Now Mitchell Robinson checks into the game. So Hook Porty checks out. I believe I'm saying that right, Kenny, right? Hook Porty. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. 53-37 basketball game. Jalen Duren watching from the sidelines, hoping to get him back healthy for the Charlotte Hornets series on Monday. That was a really good series last year, yeah. And again, Beef Stew, if he stays healthy, who knows what happens. Mikal Bridges on the left wing here, upside of Josh Hart. Hart in the middle of the paint here, over Asar Thompson. Shot is off the mark, no good, boarded by Tobias Harris. Tobias looking to go for the Pistons here, upside of Duncan Robinson. Robinson finds Asar Thompson, working against Mikal Bridges, finds Tobias Harris on the right block, outside to Asar. Asar with the basketball, upside of Duncan. Duncan has it. Kicks it across here to Paul Reed again for three. Off the mark, no good. Brunson gets it upside to Mikal Bridges. Cross-court pass. Nice find from Brunson. 53-39 basketball game. It's a 14-point game. Jenkins has it for the Pistons. Finds Tobias Harris on the right wing. Jenkins gets it back. Paul Reed sets a screen. Gets it back from Jenkins. Inside, tries to lob it up to Asar. Asar catches it. Outside of Tobias. Wide open for three. He hits it. Tough shot for Uncle T. 56-39. Pistons take a 17-point lead with 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Mikal Bridges at the top of the key. Finds Brunson. Wide open from the corner for three. Off the mark, no good. It is boarded by Duncan Robinson. Robinson has it. Cross-court pass to Asar Thompson for the slam. What a beautiful find from Duncan Robinson to find Asar in transition underneath the basket. Pistons take a 19-point lead. Knicks have it with the basketball. Shamet, cross-court pass to Brunson. He's going to get fouled, though, I believe, by Duncan Robinson on the baseline. It's going to be Knicks basketball underneath. 1:43 left to play in the first half. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. $1:43 left to play in the first half. Brunson gets it for the New York Knicks. Outside to Mikal Bridges. Wide open for three. Off the mark, no good. Tobias Harris with the rebound. Tobias gets it for the Pistons on the right wing here. Tobias with the basketball. Working against Josh Hart. Tobias looking to back down Josh Hart on the left block. Tobias has it. Turnaround jump shot for Uncle T's off the mark, no good. Josh Hart, gets it for the Knicks. Blocked by Asar Thompson. Underneath the Jenkins for the rebound. Duncan has it up the other way for the Pistons. Duncan with the basketball. Outside here to Jenkins. Working against Brunson on the right wing. Jenkins has it inside. Turnaround shot is good. 60-39 basketball game, folks. Pistons go up by 21 points. 56 seconds left to play in the first half. Pistons bench loves it. Beautiful defense in transition. Jenkins takes it himself. He's been absolutely terrific for the Pistons off the bench. Pistons have 4 blocks in the first half here. Pistons 60, New York Knicks 39. Just under a minute left to play in the first half here. Knicks looking to cut the deficit down to 19 on this possession. Shamet has it, working against Duncan Robinson, upside of Jalen Brunson. Brunson on the right wing, working against Asar Thompson. Brunson has it for the Knicks. Inside of the paint, shot is good. Tough finish from Jalen Brunson over Asar Thompson. 60-41 basketball game. Pistons get it. Jenkins has it for the Pistons. Upside Tobias Harris, wide open for three. Tobias Harris knocks it down. Uncle T for three, and the Pistons are raining threes in the Motor City. 25 seconds left to play in the first half here. Brunson with the basketball. Puts up a shot. He does get fouled. Misses it. He's going to go to the free throw line. 63-41. Pistons up by 22 points in the first half. 21 seconds left to play in the first half. You got Jalen Brunson going to the free throw line. Pistons have more rings than the Knicks. That is true. It is true. 63-41. 21 seconds left. Brunson's at the free throw line. Free throw on the way for Jalen Brunson is in and out. No good. You got to pay Tobias Harris this offseason. I mean, look what he's done for the floor spacing for Cade in this offense. I mean, he's been terrific. I think, again, like maybe, he was on a 2-year, $40 million deal. He can negotiate with Trajan Lane in this front office and say, look, you want to give me another 2-year deal, this time for $50 million? I think the Pistons would definitely do that. 63-41 basketball game. Pistons up by 22. Brunson at the free throw line. And you can tell Tobias wants to be here. It's like, it's not like he's trying to get the most money possible for any given contract. He genuinely wants us to be a Piston. There you go, Antoine. 63-42 basketball game. Pistons up by 21 points. 20 seconds left. This is going to be the final possession of the first half here. Jenkins gets fouled by Shamet. So they're going to be a stoppage in play once again. I believe the Knicks had a foul to give. 63-42 basketball game. Pistons up by 21 points over the New York Knicks. Brunson steps off for a breather. Jenkins has it for the Pistons, working against Shamet at the top of the key here. Ball in hand, 12 seconds on the game clock. Paul Reed sets the screen, finds Paul Reed, gets it upside to Duncan. Duncan pulls from 3, off the mark, no good. It's going to be Knicks basketball. So Knicks get it back here, looking to get one more shot off before the halftime break. Yeah, Tobias has been terrific. I got an Uncle T emote. Where is it? There he is. There's Uncle T. Knicks fans are going crazy on Twitter. That's great. 63-42 basketball game. 4 seconds left to play in the first half. Hart has it upside here to Brunson. Brunson, ball in hand at the buzzer, is blocked by B-ball Paul Reed. He smacks it out of hair against Brunson. Asar loves it, and the Pistons go up by 21 heading into halftime. You had Brunson going in transition, and Paul Reed said, I will take that. Thank you very much. Paul Reed doesn't get talked about enough. Absolutely phenomenal first half from this Pistons team so far. Pistons 63, New York 42. We're going to halftime. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, guys, let me know in the chat. Appreciate you guys all tuning in to the stream tonight. Like I said, Pistons have the Charlotte Hornets up next Monday. That's a really good Charlotte Hornets basketball team. Multiple guys that can shoot the ball in Charlotte right now. I think if they keep playing as well as they've been playing, you're going to probably see the Hornets make the playoffs. And dare I say, they could get the 8 seed, Pistons 1 seed. You could have a Hornets-Pistons potential first-round matchup. That would be very interesting. Pistons up by 21. B-ball Paul Reed. Love to see it, man. Give you guys some stats here for the Pistons as we kind of chill here until the third quarter begins. Mikal Bridges, 15 points, leading scorer for the Knicks. He's having himself a pretty solid game. Brunson has 5 points. You're holding the star player of the New York Knicks to 5 points off 2 of 13 from the field. That is terrific defense all around from this Pistons team. Mitchell Robinson, 4 points. Diawara, 4 points. Clarkson's got 5 off the bench. So is Shamet. I mean, just everybody right now. There's not really a giant star in the first half. It's just been kind of all over the place. I mean, maybe Jenkins. Jenkins and Cade both have 11. Javonte Green's got 8. Asar's been playing great defense. He only has 2 points, but he's been making some big-time plays on defense. Tobias has 8. Waiting to see if we get some minutes from Kevin Huerter tonight. Even Sasser, Chaz Lanier, Wendell Moore got a look last night. Again, no Jalen Duren, so J.B. Bickerstaff's going to have to get creative with his bigs in this offense to start. Again, Pistons won the first matchup earlier against the Knicks, 121-90. That was way back on January 5th. Rather play the Hornets than the Miami in the first round. Yeah, it's tough to say. It's like when we do get to playoff time, you're going to have to really look at every team as a team that can just win the finals. Like, you can't really take any team for granted. You know, these teams made the playoffs for the reason, and got to see what they can do down the stretch here. Yeah, but second unit's been playing terrific. 63-42 basketball game. Up by 21 on the Knicks. I'm sure the Knicks fans are crying on Twitter, oh, well, if we had OG Anunoby and, if Karl Anthony Towns wasn't hurt, this would be a way different basketball game. Which is fine, but the score never lies. 63-42 basketball game. Halftime break underway here. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the chat. Miami is up 21 over the Celtics right now at the half. Pacers and Bucks, 4-point game. You got Pelicans and Timberwolves, a 1-point game in the first half. It's crazy how, Pistons were a 15-point favorite last night. They get their doors blown off by the Wizards. And now you have the Pistons against a much more talented team in the Knicks. And here we are up 21 at the half. Refs are finally allowing physical defense by the Pistons. It's great to see. And a huge reason why people stopped watching the NBA was because if you breathe on a guy, cough, cough, LeBron, you get a foul. In the 80s and 90s, that would never happen. Bill Laimbeer would literally punch guys to the ground, and it was a common foul. The game has changed so much over the last couple decades, and people appreciated it back then because the refs today, they're allowing more physical contact to an extent, but it's great to see. So let the boys play, let the basketball do the talking, and SGA with his free throw, nonsense. It's let's see how it works out. And unfortunately, the refs can get in the way at certain times. I mean, look at the Pistons last year in the playoffs, right? Was it Tim Hardaway? I think it was Tim Hardaway from the corner for three. Knicks clearly fouled Hardaway on his elbow. Ref didn't call it. That would have been 3 free throws for Tim Hardaway. So they can get in the way of things sometimes. But it can also be good because they can allow guys to be more physical. And I think in the playoffs, it definitely changes for the way the refs look at things. But, I mean, look at, if you go watch, Tim Donaghy, the guy that was, the whole betting thing with the NBA ref, according to him, he literally said, go easier on the star players. Shaq, LeBron, Jordan at the time. These guys literally got special treatment because they're big-time stars. According to his word, I believe him. Adam Silver does not want star players off the floor in foul trouble. People came and paid money to see their favorite players on the floor. So I wouldn't doubt it 100%. That was a tough missed call 1 point. I mean, I was upset. I mean, the whole and they even said after the game they screwed up, they got the wrong call. What's really frustrating though is and I think they kind of fixed it with this new challenge rule to an extent where if you do have a challenge left and you have a timeout left, that was clearly a foul. They can overturn that now, right? So if in the future it comes down to a 3-point shot to get 3 free throws and the ref misses the call, now you can challenge the call. Which I don't understand why the NFL doesn't do it. It's the NFL is the only sport where you cannot challenge an actual officiated call on the field. Pass interference. I mean, how many times has pass interference cost teams games in the playoffs? So it's a combination of let the boys play, but you kind of also want refs to an extent to maybe get involved, but not too much, if that makes sense. Games are way tighter in the playoffs, especially in hockey. Oh, 100% weeping, for sure. Yeah, so it's definitely changed. Like, the sport of basketball has changed a lot. You know, guys are way more athletic, you know, compared to like 60s and 70s, you know. So you didn't have guys windmilling from the free throw line in the 60s. Um, but it has evolved over the years to where it can be a problem from the refs and it cannot be a problem. It's cost team games. It's one team's games, and just make the right call. You know what I mean? Like, I can live losing a game if, you know, we lose a shot at the buzzer, but, you know, Tim Hardaway last year, when you get fouled and you miss it in a playoff game, that's a problem. So it's good to see Pistons basketball is up on the rise. And again, 2 years ago, you lost 28 games in a row. JB Bickerstaff comes in 1 year, gets the Pistons the 6th seed. Tom Gore's 8 Monty Williams contract. Goes out and gets JB Bickerstaff, fires Troy Weaver. Troy Weaver was like a good drafter. I mean, he could draft. You take a look at this whole team, Troy Weaver pretty much put I'd say 80% of this team together. Traded up to get Jalen Duren. Got beef stew. I mean, he did draft Killian Hayes. Okay, that was pretty bad. But, you know, slam dunk with Cade. Unfortunately, didn't work out with Jaden Ivey. But he just couldn't put together a team. Like, he could draft, but he couldn't get Cade any help in free agency. Right, exactly, Frank. Yeah, like, he was solid in the draft, and he just could not. He signs Joe Harris, right? Bojan was okay. He was okay for the Pistons. Bojan Bogdanovic for a couple seasons. Then we ended up trading him to the Knicks, I think. So, a lot of different directions, but it all starts with the front office. I'm glad we didn't give up any future first rounders. That was my biggest fear, was like, yeah, MPJ would have been nice. But it's like, okay, you want to give up 3 first-round picks for him right now? When you're the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference, you really want to do that right now, you know? Let these young guys cook on this team, develop chemistry, and let's just see how far we can go with this team in the playoffs. And we're playing with house money. Now, I will say, if we lose in the first round, yeah, that's a disappointing season. But, I mean, if we make it, you know, Game 7, second round, Eastern Conference Finals, I think that's a solid season. I mean, we're on track. We're on track right now to win over 50 games. So, I mean, you take a look at the past couple seasons, you got to also keep that in mind. Now, I will say, the Lions and the Pistons are very similar, right? The Lions were horrible. They get a good GM. He drafts talent. But now the question is do you go for the leap of faith and make that bold trade to get yourself over the hump to legit compete with a Thunder, a Denver, a San Antonio, a Houston in the West, you know? So the next couple years is going to be really exciting. But I think Trajan Lang's done a great job. Yeah, it's interesting because it's like when you give up first rounders, you have to kind of project where you're gonna guess where your team's gonna finish. And yeah, the Pistons, like they got their next 2 first rounders. They do have a better pick swap this year from, you know, the Timberwolves in that trade we made a couple days ago. And it's good. Like, you know, we went from lottery team, consistent over the years, to now it's like we're finally out of the draft lottery. We actually have a good team that consistently make the playoffs. And yeah, we don't have to worry about like winning the lottery. Or I mean, because we got screwed three years in a row with the number 5 overall pick. So It's crazy. But it's nuts. So we'll see what happens with this Pistons team. I'm excited for it. Comes down to shooting in the playoffs, 3-point shooting. Depth's going to be huge. And we'll see if this Pistons team can make a run. Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, we'll probably pick it in the 20s. So we'll see. Yaxel Lindenberg, we'll see. You know, Lindenberg's projected mid-teens, early 20s. I think Yaxel could be a very interesting piece of this Pistons team. You know, from Michigan, definitely stretch for possible Tobias Harris replacement for the future. I think the ideal situation is you draft hopefully your next stretch four in this draft, and then you pay Tobias another 2-year deal. Hopefully he would go for that. He learns off the bench with this team. Yeah, he gets involved with guys like Beef Stew, Ron Holland. But yeah, we'll see. What's up, Teal? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. But yeah, we don't really have to worry about future draft picks because this team's pretty much built. I mean, you can look at free agency, you can add another guy here and there. And though again, it sucks, but it's the strong heart. It's the right way to do it, and it requires a lot of patience. The smart way to build a team is through the draft, and it takes years to do that because you got to hit on your first rounders. If you don't hit on your first rounders, you're set back another 2, 3, 4 years. And you can't really just overspend and trade draft picks because those guys are aging players. They'll definitely expire and wear out. You have to build through the draft, especially in the NBA. I don't see any other way, especially in pro sports where you can just go out and because again, there's a salary cap too. It's not like baseball where there's no salary cap and you just pay everybody you want, you know. So we'll see. Coming back from the halftime break, though, guys, appreciate you guys will stopping in. Welcome to the show. Pistons 63, Knicks 42. Start of the third quarter here. Pistons have been phenomenal from the three-point line. And again, that's correct to our second unit off the bench. Pistons are 56% from the three-point line. Very, very solid. Right, exactly, Antoine. It's like you gotta... You can't play conservative forever. Like, you gotta go for it. Now, luckily, with, like, the Thunder situation where they had Paul George and the Clippers gave him SGA and a couple first-rounders. Like, those deals just don't come by anymore. You know, but at the end of the day, it's like you gotta... Hopefully, you gotta make an educated decision to where it's not going to jeopardize the future of the team, but you also want to try and go for it at the same time. Pistons up by 21. 11:50 left to play in the third quarter. Knicks have it at the top of the key here. Stolen away by Asar Thompson. Asar up the floor here working against Asar. Poked away from the Knicks. Diawara comes up with the steal. Brunson looking to run the show here. Mid-range jump shot is good for Jalen Brunson. 63-44 basketball game. Yeah, it's tough to see Ivy go. Like, I like Jaden Ivey, and at the end of the day, it was a business decision, right? Like, you can't keep the band together forever. Tobias for 3 at the top of the key, off the mark, no good, boarded by Mitchell Robinson. Brunson has it for the Knicks on the right wing here. Robinson sets the screen for Jalen Brunson. Brunson step back over Cade is good. Tough mid-range J for Jalen Brunson. 63-46 basketball game. 10:50 left to play in the third quarter. Cade at the top of the key here. On the right wing here. Finds Beef Stew underneath. Stewart underneath. It's going to be a foul called on the Knicks. It's going to be... Are they going to call a shooting foul on Josh Hart? I think they're going to say it's on the floor. But now they're going to call a shooting foul. Okay, so foul on Mitchell Robinson. Pistons 63, Knicks 46. 10:47 left to play in the third quarter. Stewart at the free throw line. First free throw is good. You got the friendly shooter's roll. Knocks it in. 64-46 basketball game. Not going to lie, I was expecting a little bit of a closer game in the first half here, but credit to the Pistons. They've done very well so far against this solid Knicks team. Beef Stew knocks down both free throws. 65 to 46. Yeah, I'm curious about that too, Antoine, if JB's going to play Herter tonight. Brunson on the left wing here working against Asar Thompson. Brunson at the top of the key. Working against Asar Thompson on the right wing. Brunson trying to dance on Asar. No look pass to Mikal Bridges underneath here. Mikal Bridges. Cade tried to steal it. Poked away from Asar Thompson. Great defense from Asar right there. Steals it out of Brunson's hands, or Bridges' hands, excuse me. Cade finds Duncan. Step back three for Duncan Robinson. He hits it. 68 to 46 basketball game. Pistons up by 22. Mikal Bridges on the left wing here working against Beef Stew. Bridges with the basketball upside to Jalen Brunson. Brunson has it. Works inside here. It's going to be off the mark. No good. Boarded by Duncan Robinson. Duncan finds Asar Thompson inside here. Finds Tobias Harris. Wide open for three. Off the mark. No good. Gets his own rebound though. Cade, he pulls up from three. Off the mark. It's going to be boarded by the Knicks. Diawara comes up with it for New York. Gets it off to Josh Hart. Asar nearly intercepted it. They're going to call a foul away from the basketball, though. It's going to stay here with the Knicks. This is the type of game you try and work Kevin Huerter into when you're up this lead. I 100% agree, Antoine. And I think it's going to take a couple games to get Huerter fully acclimated into the second unit for this Pistons team. It's more so like a chemistry team building like way to find his role into the offense. But I got no worries about Huerter whatsoever. 9:30 left to play in the third quarter. Pistons 68, Knicks 46. Pistons up by 22 points. We experimented with it last night when you had Duncan and Huerter both on the floor with Cade. That was an interesting lineup that JB threw out there. Bridges upside to Brunson, working on Cade. Mikal Bridges on the right wing here. It's going to be poked away from Asar, out of bounds. Good defense from Asar Thompson. 68 to 46 basketball game. Pistons up by 22. A lot can happen in 24 hours. You had the Pistons, who had a really bad night shooting last night, go down by 20. Now you're up by 22 against the Knicks. Potential playoff opponent this season. 9:23 left to play in the third quarter. Pistons 68, Knicks 46. Mikal Bridges looking to inbound the pass here against Duncan Robinson. Finds Jalen Brunson on the right corner. Brunson has to put up a shot to beat the shot clock. Shot is way off the mark. Good defense from the Pistons. Shot clock violation. Pistons get it back. 68 to 46 basketball game. 9:20 left to play in the third quarter. Try to run our Huerter through some screens like Rip used to. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Cade with the basketball outside of Duncan. Duncan pulls up from three. Duncan Robinson hits it. 71 to 46. Pistons go up by 25. Threes are raining everywhere for the Pistons tonight. Mikal Bridges upside to Jalen Brunson. Robinson sets the screen. Back out to Bridges. Bridges working against Duncan Robinson. Pull up jump shot for Bridges is off the mark. Boarded by Tobias Harris. Cade in transition with the basketball. Working against Josh Hart. Cade all the way to the hole. They're going to call an offensive foul on Cade. Good take from Brunson. He draws the charge. Pistons 71, New York 46. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Yeah, so Brunson stood in front of Cade on the left block. Cade was saying he kind of pushed him off when he was going to the rim. So a foul called on Cade. He's got to sit down. 71 to 46 basketball game. 8:44 left to play in the third quarter. JB Bickerstaff is actually going to take a look at this for a challenge. So you got a commercial break coming up here. We're going to see if the Pistons can knock something in here. Make sure you guys are also on the live setting. Make sure the button on the stream is live, just so you guys can kind of get up to date with the newest play that's happening in the game. Pistons 71, Knicks 46. 3 or 4 fouls on Cade. Yeah, I think that's Cade's third foul. But JD Bickerstaff is challenging this, so it might be overturned. Pistons are in a timeout. Make sure I get these timeouts right. It's always something I gotta look at. Okay, there we go. Pistons up by 25 on the New York Knicks. Pistons played the Knicks earlier in the season for their first matchup on January 5th. So, very solid performance tonight for the Pistons. Like I said, guys, if you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the action. Call stands, so the Pistons get charged with a timeout. So, Cade had a case, and the refs didn't really feel it was appropriate, and he lost the challenge. So, the supporting cast around Cade, yeah, it's it takes a lot of pressure off your star players if your second unit can produce. And we know the type of player that, Brunson can be, Cade can be, but even like with any team in the NBA, like if you can have your bench be super efficient when the starters are off the floor, it just opens up so many different opportunities for other players elsewhere. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic night. Like the live stream, guys. Subscribe if you guys are new. Make sure. I want to check. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, yeah, we're live. All right. Interesting. I thought maybe there was a delay for some reason. So, all good, though. If you guys are new to the stream, like the live stream, guys. We got 56 people in here, 23 likes. If you guys want to do me a favor, drop a like. It takes 2 seconds. It helps out the show. Welcome to the party. Celtics getting beat up tonight. Yeah, they're losing by 18 right now to the Heat on their home floor. What's up, PA? Yeah, I was surprised to see the Pistons losing last night to the Wizards, especially being a 15-point favorite. Like, that's just kind of a rare upset. But again, it just goes to show that anybody can be anybody in the NBA. So they got rid of the wrench. It's like a box now. You see that, PA? Like the moderator symbol. Interesting. All right. So Pistons lose the challenge, unfortunately. We're back from commercial break. So it was a charging foul on Cade. 71-46, Pistons up by 25. Mikal Bridges has it for the Knicks, working against Beef Stew. Upside to Josh Hart. Hart has it inside the paint, back outside to Mikal Bridges. He pulls off from 3, off the mark, no good, boarded by Duncan Robinson. Knicks having a tough time shooting the ball tonight. Cade finds Tobias Harris on the right block, working against Mikal Bridges. Tobias Harris has it for the Pistons. Tobias, outside of Duncan Robinson, wide open for 3, off the mark, boarded by Beef Stew. Cade gets it back, finds Tobias again. Tobias thought about a 3, drives to his right. Right-handed layup is good. 73-46 basketball game. 8:02 left to play in the third quarter. Shamet has it for the Knicks on the right wing, working against Duncan Robinson. Brunson inside to Shamet. Shamet kicks it across to Mikal Bridges. Pistons on a 10-0 run here. Bridges has it working against Cade. Inside, step back, mid-range J for Brunson is no good. Shamet tried to save the rebound. They're going to say he was out of bounds, though. So, be Pistons basketball. Up 27. 7:35 left to play in the third quarter. Will I be covering Olympic events such as curling? Yeah, I'll be doing a play-by-play stream of the curling match, and I'll be talking very, very softly. I'll do like some shorts though for like the USA hockey team, like when they play those games. I'll be doing that. Tobias outside to Cade Cunningham finds Duncan Robinson. He pulls up from 3 on the left wing, off the mark. It is boarded by the Knicks. Essentially, ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Knicks basketball. 73-46 basketball game. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, like, and subscribe. Again, make sure you guys have the little red live button next to your guys' stream to make sure to stay up to date with the current play that's going on. Mikal Bridges' step back mid-range game is good. 73-48 basketball game. 7 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Pistons up by 25. 6:55 left to play in the third quarter. Cade has it. Beast who sets the screen, rolls off it, working against Mitchell Robinson, poked away. It's going to be Pistons basketball underneath. Imagine like a curling match. I don't even know what you can talk about during a curling match. Like, how do you find out stats on curling? Like how fast you can throw the rock on the ice? I don't even know what you would talk about. B-ball Paul Reed, right-handed layup is good. Count the bucket and the foul from Mr. B-ball Paul Reed underneath. 6:42 left to play in the third quarter. Paul Reed, I love you. What a basket from Paul Reed against Mitchell Robinson. Draws the foul, and he's going to the free throw line. Mr. B-ball Paul Reed. Look at that beautiful slide down the ice. Excellent broom rubbing skills on the ice to create friction to let the rock hit the middle of the target. Paul Reed knocks in the free throw. Oh, man. What's up, Anthony? 76-48. 6:35 left to play in the third quarter. Knicks basketball back the other way here. Asar looking to fight off Jalen Brunson. Upside to Josh Hart. Pistons defense is playing terrific. Brunson inside here. Left-handed shot is no good. Boarded by Asar Thompson. Now they're going to call a late foul, though. Wow. 76-48. Are they going to get Cade for that? Brunson went to his left, puts up a floater. Pistons get called with a shooting foul. JB Bickerstaff doesn't like it. Yeah, Brunson goes inside here. Paul Reed's going to get called for the foul. That was a late whistle by the ref there. B-ball Paul Reed. Brunson at the free throw line. Free throw is up and in. 76-49 basketball game. Brunson looking to cut it down to 26. It's crazy to say that. 6:20 left to play in the third quarter. Brunson at the free throw line. Second free throw is good. 76-50 basketball game. Pistons take a 26-point lead. Paul Reed and Mitchell Robinson having a word with each other. Robinson didn't appreciate the box out from Paul Reed underneath. So, they're going to call a stoppage and play. Are they going to get Robinson for a foul? Yeah, they might get Robinson for a foul. Robinson and Paul Reed were going at it underneath the basket for the box out. So Robinson gets called for a foul. Pistons basketball the other way here. Cade has it, working against Bridges. Paul Reed sets the screen. Cade rolls off of it. Back outside to Tobias. Wide open for three. Off the mark. Boarded by Bridges. Bridges has it for the Knicks. Working the other way here on the right wing. Bridges finds Hart. Hart pulls up from three. He hits it. Much needed hoop for the Knicks there. 76-53 basketball game. Super Morty, he's having fun in the chat. Appreciate you being here, Super Morty. Paul Reed, upside here, misses the shot. No good. That's another late foul call against Mitchell Robinson. So Paul Reed's going to go back to the free throw line. Not sure, Anthony. That'd be cool if one day that ever happened. I mean, I like doing this. It's fun. You know, it's kind of a calm environment where I can talk to you guys in the chat. I love live streaming because it's like you get the viewer to broadcaster to chat experience. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe one day. 77-53 basketball game. Paul Reed knocks down the first free throw. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Welcome to the show. Paul Reed, second free throw on the way. Knocks it in. 78-53 basketball game. Pistons up by 25. Josh Hart has it for the New York Knicks on the left wing here, working against Tobias Harris. Knicks make a couple substitutions here. Hart has it. It's going to be fouled by Dennis Jenkins. So Hart, Brunson, Huckporty, Shamet, and McCuller on the floor for the Knicks. 78-53 basketball game. Yeah, it is. It's not what you know, it's who you know. You know what I mean? In life in general, it's all about connections. Shamet outside to Brunson. Brunson working against Paul Reed. Takes a three. Off the mark, no good. It's going to be boarded by Jenkins, who saves it up to Paul Reed. Good save from Jenkins there. Finds Karis LeVert. Upside to Tobias. Thought about a three. Tobias backs out now. Working against McCuller. Outside of Jenkins. Tobias gets it back. Paul Reed sets the screen for Tobias. Outside to Karis LeVert. LeVert driving baseline. Finds Asar. Asar inside underneath. Right-handed layup is no good. Boarded by the Knicks. Josh Hart is limping with the basketball. Hopefully he's all right. Brunson has it inside here. Mid-range floater is no good. He does get fouled, though. Brunson's going to go to the free throw line. Thanks, Super Morty. So, you got Hart that was limping up the floor here. Hopefully Hart's all right. Dennis Jenkins still under a two-way contract. It's crazy that he's playing this well. Usually, you don't hear the words two-way contract and a player playing well that often in the NBA. You have a great face for radio. Thanks, Wesley. 78-53 basketball game. 4:33 left to play in the third quarter. Knicks missed the first free throw. Pistons up by 25, 4:33 left to play in the third quarter. Brunson, second free throw on the way, is good. 24-point game. 4:30 left to play in the third quarter. What's up, Gumby? Jenkins on the left wing. Finds Tobias Harris, trying to back down Bridges. Tobias with the basketball. Has it. Goes to his left. Turnaround shot for Tobias is good. Pistons hit 80. 80-54 basketball game. Bridges misses the shot underneath here. It's going to be Pistons basketball back the other way. 80-54 basketball game. 4:04 left to play in the third quarter. Jenkins has it for the Pistons. Outside to Paul Reed. Paul Reed trying to find Karis LeVert. LeVert has it for the Pistons. Working against Shamet. LeVert turns it over. Now they're going to call a late foul against the Knicks. 3:50 left to play in the third quarter. Pistons up by 26. Josh Hart's getting looked at on the bench. It looked like he was hobbling up the floor for the Knicks. So, hopefully he's all right. Pistons have the weekend off, and they have the Charlotte Hornets coming up on Monday on the road. Tobias Harris has it, working against Mikal Bridges. Tobias outside of Dennis Jenkins. Karis LeVert sets a screen for Jenkins. Jenkins step back three. It is no good, boarded by the Knicks. Brunson to full court here for the New York Knicks. On the left wing, working against Ron Holland. Brunson inside here. Kicks it back out to McCuller. McCuller trying to direct the offense here. Outside to Brunson. He takes a three off the mark. Boarded by Ron Holland. Jenkins has it for the Pistons. Jenkins working to go against Brunson here. Upside to Paul Reed. Finds Tobias Harris. Gets it across here to LeVert. Tobias gets it. Pulls up from three, and he hits it. 83-54 basketball game. Tobias Harris knocks it down, and it forces a Knicks timeout. Beautiful basketball all around. Pistons knocking down threes like there's no tomorrow. And the Pistons go up by 29 points as we head into a commercial break. I'll be right back, guys. Give me 1 second. Good outing so far from this Pistons team. Pistons looking very solid, mate. Very, very solid tonight. Love to see it, man. Pistons 83, Knicks 54, up by 29 points. Hitting a commercial break. 2:59 left to play in the third quarter. Multiple Pistons scoring in this game. Tobias is 15. Duncan has 9. Stewart's got 10. Cade has 11. Paul Reed with 12 off the bench. Love to see it. Jenkins with 11. Pistons 46% from the three-point line tonight. This is what we came to see. No, it's just water. It's the type of glass I'm drinking, though. It's meant for like I don't even know what it's meant for, but it's like drinks, actual drinks, but it's just water, or is it? It's good to see how we stack up 100%. Now, granted, again, Knicks are down two of their best players, their starters, OG and Karl-Anthony Towns. But at the same time, Knicks were healthy the first matchup we faced against the Pistons way back in January. We beat them by like 20 points. So, right, exactly, champion. Like one of those milkshake mixers, like in a blender or something. So Josh Hart is going to go to the locker room. His ankle was bothering him earlier before he even checked into this game. So he's going to be going to the locker room to get that further checked out. Back from commercial break here. Kolek is in for the Knicks. Running the show here. Pistons up 83-54. Kolek pulls up from 3. In and out, no good. Boarded by Holland. Holland checks into the game for the Pistons. JV getting creative with this lineup here. LeVert has it outside to Ron Holland. Wide open for 3. No good. Boarded by Brunson. Brunson looking to push it for the Knicks. Brunson on the left wing here. Outside to McCullough. Finds Bridges at the top of the key working against Ron Holland. Gets it back here from his teammate. Outside to McCullough. McCullough has it. Working inside here. Lobs it up to his big man and throws it down. You got Huck Porty throwing that down. 83-56 basketball game. Yeah, Pistons are without JD. You got to remember that too. 83-56 basketball game. 1:49 left to play in the third quarter. Paul Reed has it at the top of the key working against Huck Porty. Huck Porty. Outside of Dennis Jenkins. He pulls up from 3. He buries it. Dennis freaking Jenkins from the left wing. 86-56. Pistons up by 30. Jenkins has got 14 points tonight. Knicks basketball the other way here. Upside to Mikal Bridges. Finds Huckporty outside of Brunson. Brunson working inside here. Finds McCullough. Swings it around to Bridges. Takes a mid-range jump shot. Off the mark. No good. Gets the rebound, though. Kolek upside to Bridges. Bridges has it. Puts up a 3. Off the mark. He does get fouled, though, from Karis LeVert. They're going to call, I think, a shooting foul. So Bridges is going to go to the free throw line. Let the bench go in the rest of the way. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to see Kevin Huerter tonight. You would think by now that he would get some minutes. And, I mean, you're up 30. Maybe in the fourth quarter he checks in. Still like to see Sasser. Maybe Chaz Lanier comes off. Possibly Wendell Moore. Pistons up 30 here. Bridges at the free throw line. Knocks in the free throw. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Bridges, free throw, off the mark. He's got his third free throw on the way. Made the first one, misses the second one. Like I said, if you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Pistons have the Hornets on the road Monday night. Unfortunately, I will not be here, but I'll be back for the Toronto game on Wednesday. Knicks not getting the free throw. 86-58 basketball game. About a minute left to play in the third quarter. Jenkins has it for the Pistons. Left-handed layup is good for Dennis Jenkins. What can you say about Dennis Jenkins? Has been absolutely on fire for the Knicks, or for the Pistons here. What's up, J-Moke? 88-58 basketball game. Underneath here to Huckporty. Puts it in. 88-60 basketball game. Harris has it for the Pistons. Upside of Jenkins. Jenkins working against McCullough. Step back. J for Jenkins is in. Dennis Jenkins is balling out, and he is deserving his contract. Holy cow, is he balling out for the Pistons. 90-60 basketball game, up 30. Kolek finds McCullough on the right wing here, drives inside. Good defense from Dennis Jenkins to force a turnover. Dennis Jenkins, you're looking at the future backup to Cade for the next 4 years. Trajan Langdon likes what he sees on the sidelines. 90-60 basketball game. 15 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Jenkins has it at the top of the key, guarded by Kolek. 5 seconds on the game clock. Kicks it across to Tobias Harris. Upside here to 3. It's for Holland's going to be way off the mark. No good. It's going to be last touched, I believe, by the Pistons. So the Knicks are going to get it back here with 0.2 of a second left to play in the third quarter. Mikal Bridges, court shot is off the mark. Pistons up by 30 going into the fourth quarter. Absolute domination from this Pistons team tonight. And here's the thing, Weeping. Jenkins is basically Ivy. Like, you were looking at possibly Ivy becoming the type of player that Dennis Jenkins is now, and you got Dennis Jenkins on a 2-way contract. Ivy would have been a lot more expensive for the Pistons this offseason. And listen, if your number's called, he stepped up and he rose to the occasion. But you're right. I mean, that could have been a factor for Trajan Langdon as well. He says, listen, we got this kid named Dennis Jenkins. He's running the floor when Cade's off the court, which is what Ivy was becoming. Ivy, you took him out of the starting lineup. He was becoming a 10-minute bench player for the Pistons. And Ivy, don't get me wrong, has a ton of talent. The team fit is big for an NBA player. They're career-wise. I mean, look at players around the league. You put them in different spots. Are they as successful if they're on a different team? And Ivy could get that new fresh start that he was looking for. Goes to Chicago. He's going to be probably in the starting lineup. He wasn't a starter with the Pistons. Duncan Robinson took his spot. You had Sasser and Ivy were injured to start this year. Jenkins gets called off from the G League, and he's been absolutely on fire. It's fit, it's chemistry, it's team building. There's a lot of factors, salary cap considerations next year. You got it just didn't work out, unfortunately. I wish Ivy the best, but you got to do what's best for the team. And like I said, I use this, metaphor all the time. You can't keep the band around forever sometimes. So, yeah, that's a great point, Weeping. In a much more important role, too. Ivy was a point guard who was trying to be a shooting guard. When he came from Purdue, unfortunately, he got injured. Like, he just hasn't been the same player, and a lot of Pistons fans said, oh, well, it's, give him more time, give him more time. We gave him a couple months, and I don't know if it was a minute issue with JB Bickerstaff and Ivy not really seeing the same term, and I think, Ivy was frustrated. You talk about a guy who was averaging 30 minutes a night and he goes to 10 minutes a night off the bench. It can totally break your confidence. So, like I said, I wish Ivy the best. It just unfortunately did not work out. But Jenkins has just been an absolute baller who's going to be on I'll say a friendlier, cheaper deal than what Ivy would have asked for. But, Jenkins has been on a tear. 100% agree. And I think it's going to take some time for Pistons fans to fully see that through and through. It's going to take time for player development to come out, produce on a night-to-night basis. Jesse's saying, can you put Kevin in so we can hear the fans erupt after his first points? Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't know if he's going to come in or not. I really don't. Cade checks out here for the Pistons inside to Ron Holland. So you got Cade coming back on the floor for the Pistons. Right now, for the Pistons, you got Stewart, Cade, Holland, Green, and LeVert on the floor right now. $11:45 left to play in the fourth quarter. Holland drove to the basket. He did get fouled, so Holland's at the free throw line right now for the Pistons. Ivy showed flashes, but not consistency. And that's what it was. You were basically banking on the development of Ivy. And a lot of times he got very fast on the fast break, and he really couldn't manage the game properly in certain situations. Again, it's not a knock on Ivy. It's just a different type of player where the fit just wasn't really here for the Pistons. And it's all about fit. It's player chemistry, fit, salary cap issues, expiring contract, a lot of different factors. Clarkson puts up a shot off the mark, no good. And again, we're not GMs. Like, Trajan Langdon's the GM. So there's a lot of things that he sees that fans don't get to see. Cade goes all the way to the basket. Shot is off the mark, no good. Boarded by the Knicks. 11:15 left to play in the fourth quarter. Clarkson finds Kolek. Top of the key here. Left-handed floater is good. Tyler Kolek gets on the board. 91-62 basketball game. 11 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter here. Cade has it for the Pistons. Stewart, top of the key here, looking to set up the offense. LeVert has it for the Pistons. Mid-range J for LeVert is off the mark, no good. Knicks get it back here, 91-62. Kolek underneath here to McCullough. Reverse layup is good. Cade with the basketball. Finds LeVert, wide open for three. Buries it. Nobody was within 5 feet of Caris LeVert. He knocks it in. And the New York Knicks have to take another timeout. Pistons up 30 over the Knicks. Absolute BTA domination against this Knicks team tonight. See how it works out. I think a lot of people they're comparing the player, right? They're comparing Kevin Huerter to Jaden Ivey. You also have to look at sorry, my computer had a seizure. You have to look at the fit of the team. You have to look at the structure of the player situation, considering Ivy was more of a starter. He wanted to be a starter. He goes to the bench. We signed Duncan Robinson. He basically steals Jaden Ivey's job. Duncan starts knocking down threes. You're looking at Jaden Ivey, who's on a minute restriction, still coming back from an injury. Pistons want to win now. And he would have been way more expensive in the offseason. 1,000% would have been way more expensive. I mean, look at the Bulls. They're going to pay Ivy a solid deal this offseason, I think. They want to keep him as a starter. I mean, he started last night for the Bulls. And that's the problem with, like, MPJ, right? Like, if we would have gone all in for MPJ, do you take Duncan out? Do you insert MPJ over Duncan? What happens to Tobias Harris? There's a lot of things where it's not necessarily player for player. You have to look at the fit. Does the player fit the roster? And that's what a lot of people, they're looking at talent versus talent. Oh, well, Ivy's more explosive than Kevin Huerter was. Okay, yes. Who's been more productive over their career? That's kind of up for debate, right? Ivy's still kind of young in a rookie contract. Huerter has been proven in the NBA for, 7, 8 seasons now, multiple different teams. You're going to need his playoff experience. He's been on playoff teams before. And we'll see what happens if we do end up signing Huerter, because they're both on expiring deals. So, just didn't work out. Like I said, nothing against Jaden Ivey. I love Jaden Ivey as a player. I wish he exceeds in Chicago, but there's been multiple situations where players just don't fit with their team, and it goes backwards sometimes. Like they get drafted by their team, doesn't work out, they get traded, they go someplace else, they thrive. And sometimes it hurts their careers. They do great, and then they get traded, and then they look at the fit, and it just doesn't work. There's a lot of different things you got to consider. And I'm sure Trajan took a look at that. And unfortunately, Jaden Ivey's stock right now was not high enough. If you people think 2024 Jaden Ivey, we should have got more for him. He was a better player. Look at the development with him. Right. Unfortunately, you have to look at the player now. What is his value in his stock right now? And that's what the offer was. That was the best offer that Langdon got. And who knows if he initiated it, if the Bulls initiated it. We'll never really know that. Knicks take a 3 off the mark, no good. Start of the fourth quarter here, 10 minutes left to play. Appreciate you stopping in. What's up, Lucky Davis? Asar is not on the floor right now, no. Beef Stew underneath here to Ron Holland. Holland outside the Beef Stew. Beef Stew slams it home. 32-point lead. Knicks have it. Upside here. Pistons steal it away. Upside to Ron Holland. Holland on the fast break. Gets called for a foul. He's going to go to the free throw line. Working against McCullough. Surprised Pistons didn't put Kevin up 30. Yeah, and there's a lot of, I agree. I would like to see Kevin Huerter get some minutes. Like, if they can play him, like, a couple minutes last night when you're up 32, I mean, he might check in with, like, 4 minutes left to play. Or they might just wait for the weekend, get him fresh for the Hornets game on Monday. More practices, more shoot-arounds with the team. See, here's the Bulls. They went after Jaden Ivey. They got Jaden Ivey. You're going to put him in the starting lineup. Huerter was a big minute producer for the Bulls. But again, you flip-flop the fit. So now Huerter's going to come off the bench because Duncan is starting. So it's not, you can't really, when minutes are subtracted from each player, it's hard to really put the comparison of, oh, this guy's better than this guy, especially one game in off of the trade. That's what drives me crazy. Kolek puts up a 3. He puts it in. Marcus Sasser's checked in. J-Moke. Here we go. Jenkins, Javonte Green, Beef Stew, Sasser, and Ron Holland. Sasser with the basketball. Outside here, Dance Jenkins. Jenkins, outside the Beef Stew, puts up a 3. He buries it. Who let Beef Stew cook from the three-point line? He is a menace. 101-67. Knicks get it back underneath here. Clarkson gets fouled by the Pistons. He's going to go to the free throw line. Pistons are up 34 points on the Knicks. Were the Pistons a 17.5 point favorite? It was funny because the line flipped a couple times. Like, the Knicks were favored, and then they realized Karl-Anthony Towns was out. Then, like, it flip-flopped to the Pistons. Jordan Clarkson knocks in the free throw. Yeah, I do kind of wish that they would play Herter. Or just a little bit, just to kind of get some more minutes with this Pistons team. Again, I don't know if JB sees it differently, where he's I don't know. We'll find out. 101-69. 8:43 left to play in the fourth quarter. Jenkins has it for the Pistons. It's going to be poked away from the Knicks. Knicks get it back here. This is the part that JB's coaching opportunity doesn't fit well with the team. Right, and sometimes, like with Asar Thompson, like he will put Asar Thompson super late into games. In like a 2-point game in the fourth quarter, which I don't understand. But yeah. McCullough puts up a 3 off the mark, no good. It is boarded by Javonte Green. Finds Jenkins on the right wing here. Jenkins back behind the back pass to Beef Stew. Sasser has it for the Pistons. Pulls it back out here, working against the Knicks. Tries to find Beef Stew underneath. They're going to get a foul called away from the basketball against the Knicks. Sasser was trying to find Beef Stew underneath here. What's up, JHN? Herter's in. Pistons fans are cheering. Love it. 101-69. I'm going ballistic if Herter makes a 3. Sasser with the basketball. Kevin Herter checks into the game. Beef Stew wide open for 3. Off the mark, no good. Boarded by the Knicks. 7:45 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Right now you got Herter, Green, Holland, Sasser, and Stewart. Stolen away by Ron Holland. Holland up the floor here for the Pistons. Upside layup is good. 103-69. 7:30 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pistons are on an absolute heater. What's up, Red Dead Ryan? How you doing, buddy? Detroit basketball. Yes, sir. 103-69. He's excited. 103-69 here. Kevin Herter looking for his first points as a Piston here. 7:17 left to play in the fourth quarter. Knicks have it, top of the key here. Back outside to Clarkson. Working against Paul Reed, poked away underneath. Knicks are going to regain possession. Super Morty is energetic tonight. How do you think they can capitalize on Sasser's shooting? Yeah, it's he's one of the best shooters on the team. The problem is he doesn't get a lot of minutes. He only really checks in when the Pistons are getting destroyed or they're up like 30 points like they are right now. Knicks miss a shot. Upside here for the rebound. Holland comes up with it. 103-69. There's about 6 minutes left to play here. Holland with the basketball. Paul Reed thought about a 3. Backs out now to Herter. Herter with the basketball. Drives inside here. Finds Paul Reed underneath. Poked away from the Knicks. Knicks have it. Upside for 3 on the corner. No good. Boarded by Paul Reed. Knicks right now have Diawara, Huckporty, Clarkson, Kolek, and Dade. Is that how you say it? Dade? Kevin Huerter with the basketball. Up and in, and that is Kevin Huerter's first points as a Detroit Piston. Underneath find from Paul Reed. Pistons bench loves it. Holland comes up with the rebound the other way here. Holland with the basketball on the left wing, working against Kolek. Finds Marcus Sasser. He pulls up from 3. Way off the mark. 105-69. Good to see Kevin Huerter get on the board for the Pistons. Good find from Paul Reed underneath there to Kevin Huerter. Pistons fans love it. You're going to need him in the playoffs. I promise you. 105-69. Holland checks out. Wendell Moore is going to come into the game for the Pistons. I agree 100%, Antoine. 105-69. 5:45 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pistons up by 36 points. Knicks take a timeout. Chaz Lanier's in. That's awesome. Lanier, Satser, Huerter, Green, and Paul Reed. This is a cool lineup. Jenkins leading the way for the Pistons. Love to see it. Cade, 11 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. But he didn't really need to do anything because the bench was so productive tonight. Tobias with 15. Paul Reed with 12. We're going to commercial break. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. Pistons, Knicks, potential future playoff series this year. And stay healthy. That's the biggest thing for this team. 5:44 left to play in the fourth quarter. See that? I can't figure out what my camera's doing. Like if I turn, watch my camera, okay? No hands, watch this. Of course it doesn't do it now. It's been like moving like back and forth. See that? See? I'm not touching anything. Look at. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I can't, look at that. What is it doing? Huerter can regain his form. We'll have a couple of those shooters that can knock down threes. Yeah, it's and listen, Kevin Huerter, he's on a down year, right? He just had people forget Kevin Huerter just came off shoulder surgery. Okay, for a 3-point shooter, you kind of need your shoulders. And if you take a look at his career, it drives me crazy when people like lose patience. Oh, he's shooting 31% from 3 this year. I don't know about this trade, Trajan. I don't know about it. You know, Ivy was a core part of this team, and I don't know if I agree with this. He's going to help us. And again, it's like the Ivy believers, they're going to constantly bring it up the entire rest of the season. They're going to look at Ivy stats on the Bulls. They're going to compare it to Huerter's. And that's the people that do that don't watch basketball. They only look at we call them box score bobbies. They only look at the box score and how many minutes did this guy get versus this guy? How many points did they score? There's a lot more than the box score. I mean, look at Asar Thompson, right? Asar, he's got 2 points tonight. But he made some huge defensive plays in this game for us. And people, they miss that. They only look at the points. And they're like, you have to look at the player overall versus just looking at the box score. 105-71, Knicks knocked down the layup. Sasser running the point. Love to see it. Paul Reed gets it. 5 minutes left to play in the game. Wendell Moore back outside of Sasser. Kevin Huerter coming off a screen. Goes inside here. Finds Wendell Moore. He puts up a three. He buries it. No, that's Chaz Lanier. Excuse me. I'm blind. Chaz Lanier knocks down the three. Looked like it was Moore. Chaz Lanier hits a three. There you go. That was blocked by Wendell Moore. Chaz Lanier on the right wing here. Finds Kevin Huerter. Upside to Paul Reed. Paul Reed with the basketball. Looking to run the show. Chaz Lanier gets it. Mid-range jump shot for Chaz Lanier. Look at that. 2 for 2 for Chaz Lanier off the bench. Love to see it, man. 110-71. Javonte Green's got his kid on the bench. That's awesome. 4:42 left to play in the fourth quarter. Kolek outside here to McCullough. Working against Wendell Moore. Jordan Clarkson checks into the game. Inside here to the Knicks for the slam. 110-73. You got third stringers in right now for both teams. Jamison knocked that layup in. Sasser has it. Kicks it across here to Wendell Moore on the right wing. Finds Paul Reed. Paul Reed with the basketball. Kicks it across to Kevin Huerter. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Huerter has to get a shot off. Kicks it around to Sasser at the shot clock expires. And it's going to be a defensive shot clock violation. 110-73. Jenkins, 18 points. Love to see it. Yeah, that's big time. Makes Cade's job easier. 4 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Kolek has it for the Knicks on the left wing here. Cross-court pass for three. Off the mark, no good. Boarded by Paul Reed. 3:45 left to play in regulation. Sasser has it for the Pistons on the right wing here. Sasser puts up a shot. Off the mark, no good. Paul Reed fights for the rebound underneath to Sasser. Kicks it across to Huerter for three. Off the mark, no good. 110-73. 3:31 left to play in the fourth quarter. Knicks have checked out of this game. Knicks run the floor. Kolek has it for the Knicks. Stolen away by Huerter. They're going to call a foul, though, before the steal. LCA was about to erupt. You could hear, like, the gasp in the building when he put up that three. Again, I can't wait for all the Jaden Ivey haters. Oh, well, he took a couple shots. He missed a couple shots. He played like 8 minutes in this game. I don't know about it. I still don't know about it. Knicks basketball the other way here. Poked away from Chaz Lanier. Chaz Lanier finds Huerter. Puts up the layup. Up and in. Huerter, 4 points for the Pistons off the bench. 3 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Kevin Huerter, first couple baskets as a Piston. Couple easy layups. Pistons poke it away from the steal. Sasser has it for the Pistons. Working the other way here. Sasser has it outside to Paul Reed. He puts up a three. No good. Off the mark. Boarded by the Knicks. 2:38 left to play in the fourth quarter. Knicks throw it away. Pistons basketball get it back here. Right, let's get it over with no injuries. Wonderful passer. Mid-range games above average. Sasser has it for the Pistons, top of the key here. Finds Kevin Huerter. Huerter on the right wing here, back outside to Sasser. Huerter sets the screen for Sasser, rolls off it. Kevin Huerter, mid-range J for Kevin Huerter. Look at that. He buries it. Kevin Huerter, first jump shot as a Piston. He knocks it in. He's got 6 points. The Red Velvet has arrived. 114-73. Inside, left-handed layup is no good. Paul Reed, upside to Kevin Huerter on the fast break for the layup. Kevin Huerter with 8 points off the bench. Red Velvet is here, ladies and gents. Cade and Duncan love it on the Pistons bench. 1:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. Knicks put up a 3. They bury it. Absolute BTA tonight against the New York Knicks. 116-76. A minute 40 left to play in the fourth quarter. Paul Reed slows it down. Upside here to Sasser. Sasser looking to direct traffic. Kevin Huerter sets the screen, rolls off it. Sasser tried to get it to Huerter, intercepted by the Knicks. Knicks on the fast break here, puts up a shot, fouled by Huerter. Knicks are going to go to the free throw line. More embarrassing than the first meeting. Oh, well, Karl Anthony Towns and, OG Anunoby didn't play for us. Well, let's see who the Pistons didn't have. Oh, they didn't have Jalen Duren. It's not like he's one of our best players on the team or anything. Oh, who would have knew? Who would have thought? 116-77. Red Velvet has arrived. He'll knock down his first 3. He'll do it. It's only a matter of time. Kevin with Cade pick and roll action is going to be solid. They develop that 100%. I mean, look at Duncan. Duncan's thrived with Cade so far this year. Chaz Lanier pulls up. Mid-range J is good. Okay, you need to play Chaz Lanier more minutes. You took him in the second round for a reason. He's been automatic off the bench so far in the fourth quarter. Knicks put up a layup off the mark, no good. Chaz Lanier gets the rebound. Lanier run the fast break here. He pulls up for 3. Oh, man. Gets his own rebound, though. Picks it up to Sasser. 50 seconds left on the fourth quarter. Paul Reed gets it on the left wing here. Paul Reed gives up to Kevin Huerter. Huerter pulls up from 3. No good. 118-78. Clarkson on the fast break. Gets it up and in. 118-80. 30 seconds left in the game, guys. Pistons are going to run out the clock here. Knicks aren't trying. And this game is over. Pistons 118, New York 80 on a Friday night in the Motor City. Absolutely fantastic. Love to see it, man. Pistons are going to win this game by 38 points. 38 points over the New York Knicks. That is a statement game. And guess what? If we do get Knicks Pistons in the playoffs this year, Knicks fans are going to remember this. Solid game all around from the Pistons. Jenkins led the way, leading scorer for the Pistons. Pistons shot the ball 43% from the three-point line tonight. Huerter getting his first couple baskets. He's got 8 points. Love to see it, man. Pistons win 118-80. God bless, guys. Love you all. Be kind to one another. I will see you guys back here for the next Pistons game on Wednesday. They do play the Hornets Monday night, so I'll do a little short recap. But next play-by-play game will be Wednesday against the Raptors next week. So, love you all. God bless. I'm your host, Carson, and I will see you all on the next live stream. Go Pistons. Absolute beatdown tonight. Adios, amigos.